This is Rob Liefeld. Kai Review is going down.
Hey guys, just finished watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6, Episode 5, The Other Thing. Oh my god, what an episode. Again, just to get it out of the way, just really quick, I love this season so far. It's really good. It still just pisses me off that that this is all taking place before Infinity War even, and it's so far behind when connecting to the movies and stuff, and it kind of pisses me off that they couldn't just kind of obviously not give them the full script. Here's exactly what happens, but just give them the big things that they need to know, let them know that, here's what you need to know. Half of everyone on Earth is gone. He wipes them out. That's it. That's all you need to know. And then you let them know that for Endgame that 5-year time jump. Do that type thing. And then they could play with that, because how cool would it be for them to be playing in that 5-year time jump? It would be awesome. So hopefully, we'll have to wait and see as to where things go for season 7. Maybe if they're they're in the middle of writing, they're in the middle of shooting it. When I think they started shooting before Endgame came out, so maybe they didn't know until they went to the writers and everyone went to the premiere. But maybe halfway through we can get something connecting to it. But it depends on what type of story. If they already started in the middle of their story, then they can't just kind of put Endgame's effect right in the middle of it. We'll have to wait and see how that goes, but might not get the after effects or get the S.H.I.E.L.D. get affected by Endgame or Infinity War until season 8 if you get it. And I think at that point I'd like to see this kind of move to the Disney Plus streaming service and give it a little bit bigger budget. Doesn't need to get just let them go all out. Let them do whatever they want to do. Put it as much as they want into it. Doesn't need to be $100 million or anything like that. But double the budget from what it is, and maybe you start off the first episode of every season with Nick Fury, and you have him just kind of give them their mission for the season, or he kicks off the storyline. Here's your mission for this season, go, and then you have him do that for 10 episodes. I think that would be really interesting. You could have Sam Jackson just literally Skype in his his lines and they could just be all huddling around like an iPad, and you just kind of, or a regular small computer monitor, and you just see them all kind of getting their missions from them. Or that's where Matt gets his missions, from from Nick Fury type thing. Because Mac is the director, but what is Fury doing? If Mac's the director, what is Fury doing? I think it'd be cool to see as to what he's doing and find out what his what is his position anymore in this world after everything's gone, and and all that stuff. I mean, we haven't seen much of him now that he's back after Endgame, so we'll have to wait and see as to where things could go with that. So we see that we found out that Surge's plan is to turn May onto his side and stuff, so that's kind of an interesting idea to see where that goes. We see Daisy and Gemma, their ship gets captured. We find out that it was captured by the few remaining chronocoms because their planet has gone, and they want to go back. They want to time travel, and they want to use Fitz to do that. Fitz and Simmons, and so Econoc ends up telling them that tells them that if you threaten Gemma type thing, Fitz will be able to do it, and he's one of the smartest people in the world. So I think that'll be interesting to see as to where things go with that. We see Gemma at the end of the episode ends up giving up herself to letting everyone else go, and then Econoc kind of chooses his people over Fitz type thing, and I think that's going to be interesting to see as to where things go. And I like as to where things are playing with this the storyline, having Gemma and him kind of look together but stuck out there, and I think that's really going to be quite interesting to see as to kind of where things could go with this storyline. Although this other actress that they have playing, was it Altera, the other Econoc, Chronocom, I don't know, she's just not as good as Econoc at kind of doing like a robotic, no emotion, just delivering just saying lines type thing. And I think that's kind of, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing as an actor type thing, but she just doesn't seem like there's even Econox, he's been so good at kind of being like a robot conveying emotion. So no emotion, but very slightly confused robot, emotion type thing. And I think he's really good at doing that. Just a little bit better than this new actress playing a Chronocom. So we'll have to wait and see as to how long she's in the show for, how long she's in the rest of this season. Probably for a while at this point, since are we now halfway? I think we should be about halfway if we're only going to get 13 episodes, so just a little bit less than halfway. So I think that's going to be interesting to see as to kind of where things could go for that storyline and that relationship, see how things kind of go from here, and how, if there is time travel, how is that going to play in and all that stuff. And I think it's going to be quite interesting to see as to kind of where things could go with all this. And just having the two of them together, I think it's going to be quite interesting. At first, I thought it was like, is this going to be a way for them to kind of write Fitz and Simmons out of the show type thing? Not that I thought it was, kind of predicting that. And then you look at the trailer for the next episode, and it looks like they're kind of heavily involved, or it's heavily involving them. So I think that's going to be quite interesting to see as to where things go. Now they know they have a season 7, and it'll be interesting to see as to, well, they know that who knows if when they were writing this show and they were filming it, did they know they had a season 7? If I'm not mistaken, from what we're hearing is, I think it was maybe they finished and filmed all of season 6, and then they got to go ahead to do season 7. So if when they were writing the end of season 6, did they know they were going to get a season 7 already, and were they able to write it into a continuation, or did they write it like every season, write a definite ending where, if we don't get another season, we'll be okay. That's an okay ending to stop and never go back, and the fans will be happy. That's not like a huge cliffhanger that they never get resolved, right? So we'll have to wait and see as to where things go with this. But I'm hoping that they knew they were going to get a season 7. They knew they were going to get another season. They knew that they could leave it open to go into it, and then have whatever happens this season, right? Fitzsimmons, play with time travel, all this stuff, but leave them away from everyone else, just the two of them there, and then season 7 be about trying to get them back, right? I think that could be something interesting, and trying to get them together, like midway through season 7, maybe episode 5 of season 7 they get back, right? That could be really interesting, dealing with that, having them away and just apart from everyone for so long could be quite fun to play with. So I definitely can't wait to see kind of where things could go with that. I definitely think that obviously that relationship is kind of one of the best relationships in TV, at least in all the Marvel and DC shows that I've been watching, and I think it's even better. I'd even say Fitzsimmons, I prefer that relationship over the Felicity relationship, Oliver Queen and Felicity Smoke, even I think pretty much it's on par with it's on par. The only other relationship that I can think of that kind of that I'm more interested in, is that I like more, is the Smallville Lois and Clark relationship, but that has so many more years and seasons on those, actually. Well, I think Erica Durant joined Smallville like season 6, so that's about 4 seasons of her on the show. So I think, although they didn't really get into it until there, and they were also like a lot more focused, whereas Fitzsimmons are a focus of the episodes, but they also have to share with the rest of the cast. They're not the main characters like Lois and Clark were in Smallville. So I guess there's that reason there. But it definitely is quite interesting to see as to kind of where things will go with their relationship in this next few episodes. So let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.